Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're at, whatever time it is. Thank you for tapping in. Welcome to the Crypto Casuals community. I am Stubby,
And I am Kelly Casuals. Welcome.
and this is another episode of The Next Move. Today, we're going to be doing a 2K play breaking down Monero, XMR.
So today, ladies and gentlemen, we have Monero. And Monero was actually founded in 2014 by 7 original developers who actually are all unknown today. And one of those developers are suspected to be Satoshi Nakamoto.
Monero is a privacy coin. It allows transactions to take place privately and with anonymity. It utilizes a proof of work consensus algorithm, and XMR, which is its native token, is completely fungible, unlike Bitcoin. So, what this means is by default, details about senders, recipients, and the amount of crypto being transferred are obscured and untraceable.
Monero is actually a descendant of an older coin known as Bytecoin, which was said to be made by one of the original developers named Thankful, and he used that code and forked it, and Monero was born.
Monero uses the random X algorithm to validate its transactions. And this algorithm is actually ASIC resistant. So, for those who aren't familiar with what an ASIC is, it's a type of computer that is used to mine crypto, more commonly Bitcoin. Now, ASIC computers are expensive to acquire and expensive to operate. So, this can lead to node centralization. So, as a result, Monero's utilization of random X as its algorithm makes it so that ASICs actually cannot mine Monero. And more so, everyday computers are able to mine Monero, which ultimately increases the decentralization of the network.
One might ask, what value does Monero actually have as a coin? For one, you can make transactions without the oversight of basically anybody. Not any government or any hacker or even the Monero network fully understand what's going on with your particular transaction. But XMR cannot be traced. And also, it cannot be blacklisted by companies who think that you've been doing illegal business because they can't actually match any transactions to any senders or receivers. So it's a complete privacy coin, which is, I guess, as unique as it can be today in the crypto space.
Because of the privacy and untraceability of Monero, it is not actually listed on exchanges like Coinbase, for example. The growth of Monero is dependent on the demand for privacy. And I actually do foresee that the demand for privacy will grow, especially as we see things like CBDCs roll out. Now, looking at the tokenomics of Monero, the all-time high we've seen was $517 at the peak of the last bull run. There's currently 18.2 million tokens in the circulating supply with a maximum supply of 18.4 million. Now, this is not a hard capped maximum supply because within the algorithm of Monero, after 18.4 million tokens are released into the circulating supply, fractions of Monero will still be released only to incentivize miners to continue to secure the network. So, if you were to invest $2,000 into Monero at today's price, which is currently $153, that would get you 13 Monero.
So, ladies and gentlemen, back to our 2K predictions. For the first year in 2024, our prediction for that year is $540 flat. In the 2026 year, which we actually predict to be the peak of the next bull run, we predict Monero's price per coin to be at $1,400. In the 2030 year, we have Monero priced at about $4,350 per coin. In the year 2024, with a price prediction of $540, that is actually a 3.5x on your money. And in the year 2026, that year would be a 5.5x on your money. And then our last recorded year, that year would actually be a 28x on your original buy.
So again, in 2024, with a price prediction of $540, your $2,000 investment would at that point be valued at $7,000. In 2026, with a price target of $1,400 per coin, your $2,000 investment at that point would then be valued at $18,200. And then in 2030, with a price target of $4,350 per coin, your $2,000 investment would then be valued at $56,500, which again is a 28x on your initial investment. Now, considering Monero to have a $4,350 price point per coin, with the tokenomics and the circulating supply of Monero having 18.2 million coins in circulation with a maximum of 18.4 million, that puts Monero at roughly a $90 billion market cap, which we saw attained by projects like Cardano in the last bull run. And this is something that we're looking at for the year 2030. So very conservative. But again, the growth of Monero is dependent on the demand for privacy.
The process of obfuscation, or actually hiding the coins, is achieved through the use of ring signatures. Past transactional outputs are picked from the blockchain to act as decoys, so outside observers can't actually see what's going on. They're confused, or they're giving them false information. Transactions can also be split into smaller transactions to further try to obscure your transaction or your process. They also create stealth addresses for every single transaction that goes on, a completely new stealth address. And those stealth addresses are used one time only. Even different governments around the world have offered hundreds of thousands of dollars to anybody who could crack the Monero code to get them any information on the founders.
And so with that said, thank you for tapping in. Again, like, comment, and subscribe for more content. This was not financial advice. Do your own research. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Peace.
Peace.